In this video, you're going to learn how to write mathematical expressions. Do you remember what a mathematical expression is? Yes, as you learned in the previous video, expressions are mathematical statements that consist of numbers, variables or prenumerals, and operation signs like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Writing expressions from word descriptions or writing a word description for an expression both involve translation. Yes, translation, but don't worry, we're not talking about French or Italian. We are talking about translating English words into numbers and symbols and vice versa. Once you learn the list of words and get the hang of it, writing expression will be so much fun. Let's dive into some keywords that signal specific operations. Addition. To refer to addition, we use words like the sum, added to, more than. Like in these examples, when you read the sum of 3 and x, you write 3 plus x. Or the sum of b and 7, you write b plus 7. Or 5 is added to y. 7 is added to x. 8 more than z. 4 more than c. So again, every time you read any of these words which are the sum, added to, more than, automatically remember that the sentence refers to addition. A special case here is a sentence like this. The sum of y and 3 is multiplied by 4. This means that both y and 3 together are multiplied by 4, so we need to put them in a bracket first, then show the multiplication. If we don't put the bracket, the expression will mean that only y is multiplied by 4, which is not accurate. Let's look at another example, but this time we need to write a description for this expression. We can say the sum of 9 and m, or 9 is added to m, or 9 more than m. Another one, and I will give you a few seconds to try to solve it before I show you the answers. Describe this expression in 3 different ways. Second is subtraction. To refer to subtraction, we use words like subtracted from, less than, the difference. In subtraction, it is very important to pay attention to what is being subtracted from what. You can't switch them. Let's look at some examples. 7 is subtracted from b. X is subtracted from 10. 5 less than d. M less than 10. The difference of A and B. The difference of 10 and C. So every time you read any of these words which are subtracted from less than and the difference of, remember that the sentence refers to subtraction. Let us look at another example. But this time we need to write a sentence to describe an algebraic expression. This expression can be described as 6 is subtracted from x, or 6 less than x, or the difference of x and 6. Another one, write an expression that shows 2 is subtracted from x. Next is multiplication. Multiplication words to look for are the product and multiplied by. Remember, as mentioned in the previous video, in algebra, we don't need to put a multiplication sign between numbers and letters, and we usually start with the number first. Let us see some examples. The product of 3 and k, the product of y and 7, the product of b and c. K is multiplied by 4, 7 is multiplied by n, m is multiplied by 10. There are also 2 special multiplication words which you might already be familiar with. Double refers to multiplying by 2, and triple refers to multiplying by 3, like double K, double M, triple A, triple C. Let us now write a sentence to describe an expression. This expression can be described as the product of 10 and x, or x is multiplied by 10. Another one, write an expression that shows the product of x and y. Last one is division. In algebra, we don't usually use division signs, but instead, we write the division in fraction form. And it is so important to pay attention to what is being divided by what. They can't be switched, so 2 divided by x is different from x is divided by 2. The two words to look for are divided by and quotient. Like 10 is divided by y. X is divided by 5. 3 is divided by k. The quotient of g and 5. The quotient of 3 and n. The quotient of c and d. There are also special division words like half or halved, which means dividing by 2, and quarter, which is dividing by 4. Like this, x is halved. Half k, quarter of e. Let us now practice writing a description. This expression can be described as k is divided by 2, or the quotient of k and 2, or also k is halved, or half k. Can you describe this expression? Great job! Let us revise them all. Addition words include the sum added to, more than. Subtraction words include subtracted from, less than, the difference. Multiplication words are the product, multiplied by, double, triple. Division words include divided by, quotient, half, quarter. That's it for today.